Pan-African Festival. You know, that generates a lot of excitement and activity and conversation for over 21 years.
Yes, sir.
And I felt like it would not be robbery if we, in fact, had Brother Harry Young.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm outstanding, man.
Good.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And like Harold, I'm always interested in good things.
Yes, sir.
That are going in the community. You know, people can no longer say, you know, I just hear, oh, ain't nothing to do with Macon. Well, that ain't true.
Man, it's too much to do.
Yeah.
We can't get around to everything.
And then one of the mainstays of something to do in Macon and Central Georgia, because it draws from all over, is the Pan-African Festival, which is sponsored, certainly by the Tubman African American Museum, and it's a very exciting event. And so we just wanted Brother Harold to come through and discuss what's happening with the Pan-African Festival, who's going to be there, why you're doing it. And not only that, you know, the Tubman is an important entity in this community. So the Macon Black Pages, which I got a little something to do with, has partnered with the Tubman and in an effort to try to get more interest in businesses buying partnerships, because the Tubman is important to our community, and of course the business community needs to support, and they got some special things going on.
Yes, sir.
As it relates to encouraging you as a business person to become a Tubman business partner is the name of the program. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, and I have with me today Mr. Brother Harry Young, you know, who does, you know, now, the reason I like Harold is he does more things than I do.
Almost. That's an untrue statement.
He wears more hats than I do.
Maybe one less.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. But we want to talk about not only the business partnership, but let's start with the Pan-African Festival.
Yes, first of all, thank you for having me. We're coming up on the 21st Annual Pan-African Festival of Georgia, which is next weekend, April the 29th and 30th. It's on Saturday and Sunday. We're starting off, we actually have a kickoff event this weekend, but the volunteers event that's going to happen this Friday night, but actually next Saturday and Sunday, the Pan-African Festival, we start off at 11 o'clock. We have an empowerment session this year. We have a seminar, we're talking about race and religion, and then later on we're talking about finances, how to get your finances straight. So, the Pan-African Festival was started by the Charise, which we know 21 years ago, and it's just grown to be, I think we've outgrown that plaza. It's so huge. Last year, they calculated over 9,000 people over there in that plaza, tried to squeeze them in there. So we're excited about it. We're excited about it. All day long festival. We have a lot of entertainment coming in. We have this year we have a group coming from Atlanta called Giamatti. They're an African international dance group.
Wow.
They're coming, and then later on that night we have a special concert with Rick James Stone City Band.
They can play.
Man, they're awesome.
They can play.
Man, they are. Well, see, people don't understand that's his band.
Yeah.
You know, Rick James could sing, but that's...
And the interesting thing is they got a singer that sounds
Man,
like Rick
come
James.
on, man.
What's it like, Tina Marie?
Yeah, they're bad.
They can play.
Oh,
they
yeah,
can play.
and the band sounds just as rich as they did in the 80s and the 70s and 80s, and just awesome. So we're excited about that. One of the things that people need to understand for the concerts are free, the festival's free, but we have a fundraiser going on with the Tubman. If you want to reserve seating in the front, it's just a $10 donation to the Tubman Museum if you want to sit down. Otherwise, bring your lawn chairs and sit around. But you know, just a small little donation to help offset some of the costs and be a sponsor. So we're really excited about Saturday. And then on Sunday, Praise Fest is going on, sponsored by the Knight Foundation, Community Foundation, and Neighborhood Law Group. And we have Geico, one of our sponsors, and several other partners. You've been one of our media partners as well. We thank you about that. We have Pastor John P. Key.
John P. Key.
Man, I talked to him this morning. Amazing.
He can go too.
Man, I had him last.
Yeah.
Because we'll be there all night long with him.
Yeah.
And he'll go and tell everybody, like, let's go home. I'm like, okay, John. Yeah. But we also have Kiara Shear, who is the daughter of Karen Clark Shear, one of the original Clark sisters.
Okay.
So Kiara Shear is amazing. Young people love her. She has the number one song in the country right now called "Hold On" on the gospel charts. So she's coming.
Wow.
So and then we have several church choirs. We have House of Hope Macon, which is Pastor Reginald Sharp. We have Fellowship Bible Church. We have New Life International Ministries, Eric Bell's church. We have Aaron Brown. We have Dale Turner. Let's see, the list goes on and on and on. I don't want to forget somebody, but we have several people performing.
Yeah. That's outstanding, and of course, it's a wonderful festival. Not just for just adults or family. What is this? Is it family friendly?
Very much so. We also have Children's Village also for the kids inside. We have face painting. We have all kind of community drumming we'll be doing. We're doing storytelling. It's so innovative. So there'll be things going on inside, and also that weekend we're going to discount the Tubman to enter for $5 only. So you come into the Tubman and participate in the festival. So with the outside, and we have this year we have so many vendors outside. I don't know. It's going to be.
You don't know where to put them.
I don't. I mean, until we've certainly.
As long as you got somebody selling reels, I'm okay.
Oh man, we got a guy coming from Tennessee. I mean, people come from everywhere for this festival.
Yeah.
But it's grown to be something. It's not just a middle Georgia. It's really making a significant difference.
Outstanding. Well, speaking of the Tubman and speaking about the $5 fee to get in that particular day, let's talk a little bit about the Tubman.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the entity, because we had a mixer there last night.
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal event. I appreciate your support on that.
Thank you.
But we need to support the Tubman, not only the businesses but individuals. So talk about the Tubman itself, its mission and what it's doing. But talk about how the community can help, both from a business and an individual perspective.
Well, we also thank you very much. We partnered with Making Black Pages. Something out there going to call Making Black Pages.
Yeah, there's
something out there. But anyway,
something.
Exactly. Well, we're very excited about. We partnered with your other entity, and we have what's called business partners, and we're asking business partners to be a part of the Tubman, to invest back into the business. A little small donation of $250 a year. That's some of these things that's probably not even whatever the business is, not even a percentage of their sales. But we ask them to just partner with the Tubman, because we can't afford to lose another museum in the city. The Georgia Music Hall of Fame was a tragic. And then people shook their head after it left and said, that's a shame. Yeah. Well, if you supported it in the beginning, we want it to be ashamed. Yeah. Not that the Tubman's in trouble or anything. We just want to keep it. We want to keep it vibrant. We want to keep the excitement going.
It doesn't need to ever be in trouble.
Yeah, we don't see. You do before the trouble comes. Yeah. If you prevent the trouble. Yeah. And there's always no finance, but we as a business owner just to partner with us, and also we also have faith partners too. As the churches do the same thing, So if you want to be a part of the faith partnership, it's just $250.
Well, talk about some of the advantages of being a Tubman.
Well, a partnership
is a faith partner.
Yeah, well, one of
it ain't just one sided. You get something for it.
Oh, definitely. It's not just gonna say, "Oh, thank you for shaking your hand." You get membership for a year. And you get passes for your family to be a part. You get discounts on all of our events. You get all of our notices. And you will be a part. You'll be listed as one of our partners. So it's a small donation. We're not asking thousands of dollars. Just partner with us and keep the doors open and everything. Okay,
well, talk a little bit about Chi's involvement. Is she still involved?
Oh, is she ever?
Because I think we need to give her due.
Oh, yes.
Because, she's the founder of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this week we're having her, it's a Chi Echequechi Volunteer Banquet Awards. It's going to be this Friday night at the Tubman Museum. And we're honoring 5 of the lifetime volunteers that when she started the volunteer, because everybody volunteers basically, besides the 9 people that run the Tubman. There's only 9 of us that run the whole, Tubman, and so most of it's volunteer driven. And so we're honoring the 5 of them that has actually been working with her for over 21 years this weekend at a banquet. So she She created the Pan-African Festival and also all that jazz that we do every year.
Wow.
You know, she's a bad lady. Yeah, she's like, I want to keep this museum going. And I know, so we really do appreciate it. And yes, she's very much involved. You know, she consults us and Harold, I don't want that. I want this. And oh yeah.
All that jazz coming again.
Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be bigger than.
I know you're gonna have. I know.
I got to say. I got
anytime.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back if you want to come back and sit down with you. Yeah, talk about that.
Well, go ahead and if you would recap. No, talk about the significance of the Tubman as it relates to the historical element of it. Because I think it's one of the largest. You know,
it is.
People don't look. That means shame. If you haven't been to the Tubman, and if you haven't, come to support it, and if you don't come to the festival, just say how large is it?
And the building is 49,000 square feet. It's the largest African American museum in the United States that concentrates on African American arts, history, and culture. Now there are other large museums that concentrate only on art and only on history and culture.
Yeah.
But we do all three, and we're the largest.
Right
Here in the middle of Georgia area.
Right.
It's something we should be proud of, especially for us. We need to celebrate that, and support it. I mean, even if you just did a daily entry, it's only $8.
Yeah.
And then if you, as a member, if you want to do a membership for a year, $20 for a senior citizen for a year.
Wow.
And even as an individual, if you're not a senior, it's $30 a year. A year, not monthly. The lady wanted to say last night she wanted to sign up. She said, I just roll my $30 every month. I said, it's annually. And she said, what? That's all you're asking for this museum?
Yeah.
And I thought, I said, wow, kind of a robbery that you want to be a part of this. And people, she was excited about it.
She was willing to pay $30 a month.
A month.
Wow.
Because she thought it was one. I said, no, this is annual. Wow. And she said, why is this so? I said, no.
And if you come to the Tubman and if you sit and look at the exhibits and look at the facilities and understand, everything that's going on, you'll be wanting to pay $30 every month too. But we're going to only charge it for
one time.
One time
is annually. So, and also you get discounts for all the events that we have, and interest in some of the things. We do a lot of free things for our volunteers as well.
Can one join the Tubman from the website? Now let's give us the website and tell what can be done on the website.
You can join the Tubman Museum with www.tubmanmuseum.com. You can join there. You can get all the information about all our events and all our upcoming things we have at the Tubman. Also, you want to have your wedding rentals. We do rentals. Yeah. So we do have a lot of events.
I had an event there last night,
and it was beautiful. And you know what? Let me say this too. Even though that we want more people to support, we want to thank the ones that do support right now. We do appreciate those. We do have a lot of memberships. We're up to close to 1,000 memberships. We want to go to 2,000 by the end of the year.
Absolutely.
We want to double it. So we have a goal this year to do 2,000. Why? Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I've been guaranteed you right now, as soon as they hear this interview, they're gonna blow up.
Let's do it.
www.tubmanmuseum.com. Tubmanmuseum.com, and I guess you need to go ahead. Is the schedule for Pan-African on the website?
Yeah, pretty much. I want people to be there all day, and you're kind of curious, but we do have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But my point is. Okay, so we can tell them to get there at 10 o'clock.
They can get there all day and just figure out just for because we have a lot of talent. We have middle school that's going to do an excerpt from The Lion King.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the middle school is amazing.
Wow,
amazing. So stained glass and PLR is going to do an excerpt from. This is gonna be big this year. We want this to be the largest of 21 years.
So you need to free up Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, sir.
April the
29th and 30th.
29th and 30th, because you want to be a part of the Pan-African Festival. We want to give a shout out to you, man, for all you do for the community.
Thank you.
We need to support the Tubman Museum because it's a treasure in our community. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, having interviewed Brother Harold Young, who does marketing and other things for the Tubman. See you at the festival. Have a great day.
Welcome to a special edition of A Call to Action. I'm your guest host, Charise Stevens, and I'm going to be interviewing someone that really doesn't need an introduction. He's the man behind the plan, Mr. Alex Habersham. How you doing, sir?
I'm outstanding, Charise. How you doing?
Good. So many good things going on, but I want to kind of hear about the new 25-year commemorative Little Georgia Black Page.
I thought you'd never ask. First of all, thank you for interviewing me and for your interest in trying to assist in getting the information out on the efforts of the Black Pages for 25 plus years. Thank you. And we've been doing it, and of course, anytime you can do any business for 5 years or 4 years, you know, they said the threshold is 5 years, so you might make it if you can go 5, but we've been honored and blessed long enough to be getting ready for our special silver anniversary commemorative edition, which will celebrate our publishing for 25 years. Mind you now, it's not 25 editions, but we started really in 1991.
Wow.
And I know that's 26, but you know, we'll celebrate, a silver anniversary sounds a lot better. So what we want to do this year is the next edition of the Black Pages will be a commemorative edition that will highlight the things that the Black Pages has done over the last 25 years.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, thank you. And what I thought would be proper is to acknowledge not only the Black Pages and its 25 years of service, but what we want to do is identify other businesses, African American businesses, that have been in business for 25 years, like the Harmons and the Grants and the Hutchins and other individuals. There's a guy who owns a body shop, Stevens Paint and Body. He's been in business over 40 years. And I think there should be some kind of commemoration, if you please, along with the Black Pages, you know, the success of being able to stand the test of time for 25 years.
But you contribute to that because with your Little Georgia Black Pages, people are able to see the businesses and go to them and know what's out there.
I thought you'd never ask. That's part of our mission on a serious note, is to try to support these businesses in a way that will help them stand the test of time, to stay in the business and to gain customers, you know, and gain the support. You know, my thing is, Charise, is that, you know, we've got enough resources within our own community to uplift our community. If we were to pull together and work together and spend our money together, you know, because as quiet as it's kept, and I kind of don't understand why we don't realize this. African American consumers in Central Georgia spend $3.5 billion a year.
Well, you can say it again. You said what?
3.5 billion.
Wow.
Billion. Yes, yes. And if more of that revenue can be directed to African American businesses, then we would be better served. Now, that's not only to benefit financially the businesses, but it also benefits the whole community. You know, a rising tide raises the whole ship, and it floats all the boats. You know, so as we improve the economic base of our community, particularly those smaller minority businesses, then everybody benefits. So that's what, that's our mission and our purpose and our goal.
And you do so much, even with the business mixers. Did you have one recently? Did you have?
Oh yeah, we had a business. I thought you wouldn't ask. We had a business mixer last night.
Oh, okay.
You know, on the 18th at the Tubman Museum, and you know, and that kind of mirrors our objective for publishing the Black Pages. And I guess I can mention now, one of the things we wanted to do with the mixer is let the entire community know that we are going to be publishing this commemorative edition. And unlike other years, everybody has an opportunity to be a part of the Black Pages, because we're going to have a special congratulatory section where an individual can have his or her picture and, and be a part of that congratulatory page and say, we congratulate the Black Pages on its silver anniversary and its commemorative edition, and it'll be in color in the front of the book. So,
I'm gonna get me one.
yeah. So my suggestion is, if anybody wants to be a part of this commemorative edition, then you can call the office at 478-464-0074. Make sure you got a good picture. If you don't, we'll call one of our many photographers. That's another sign of how we can do better and do business with each other, because there are just literally dozens of photographers, including the individuals who are taping this interview.
Exactly.
They do platinum, they do photography too. But one can call the office at 478-464-0074 or email Habersham7@gmail.com. I like to use that Gmail. Because Gmail, really works. I've got other emails. But Habersham7@gmail.com. And mind you, do not put Habersham. A lot of people spell my name. And it's okay. They've been calling me Habersham for 50 years. But it's Habersham. Habersham, the number 7.
Do they have a deadline, or is it?
Oh yes, they need to do it by May the 5th.
May the 5th.
Yeah, so you need to just get on it and do it. And if you come by the office, we'll take your picture and we'll take your credit card and or your check. But I'm really humbled that we've had this kind of support that we've had, because we wouldn't have been able to do it, without community support. And I guess I need to hasten to say that we get some corporate support too, because there are many corporations who appreciate the role that African American consumerism plays in the entire community. So it's not separatist.
Right.
Everybody gains from this consumerism. And some of the corporate organizations and businesses think it would be a show, and agencies and institutions, that it would be a show of responsibility, to be a part of the Black Pages, and they want to continue to receive part of this $3.5 billion a year that African American consumers
And it's
pay.
information sharing. We have a lot of contract opportunities. They can look and see who
That's
does
correct.
what.
That's correct.
And it's just a really good service. Now, I do want to see them. Look at my little cheat sheet here.
Yeah,
I
go
love
ahead.
some of these titles, okay? So you've done stuff like celebrating Black women in business, nonprofits, improving neighborhoods through family, community, and economic support. Now, how was that issue?
Well, it was outstanding. What we try to do, we try to highlight the individuals and the entities that delve into trying to improve their neighborhoods, and deal with the families and the community. So, one thing that happens is that I think information is important. So what we try to do, we try to project information on several different topics, because it's just as much education of the Black Pages is as it is economic. So what we do is we just, every year, we try to choose an important topic that we can provide more information on, like building downtown and Cotton Avenue and the youth. We did one on the young people who are destined to be great. So we continue to try to be relevant and significant.
And looking at these topics, you have your finger on the pulse of so many things that are happening during that year. So my question is, how did you get this vision? Because 25 years plus, and to be able to make it fresh and new and really get the information out, how do you do it?
Because it's out there. There's so much going on in our community. And I'm not one to complain. Part of my philosophy is don't just stand there, do something.
Do something.
And that's what we can do. We can help, we can improve. We need support from different things, but I think, there's an old saying, and you too young to remember this, but it says charity begins at home. So community improvement and support begins in our own community. So everybody can do something. And one thing that everybody can do, because everybody spends money. You know, you can go to the Black Pages, go to www.maconblackpages.com, or you can get a copy of the Black Pages. Incidentally, we're right at the brink, and that's why the deadline is near, of publishing this commemorative edition, so you need to do it early. But my point is that one can have a conscientiousness as it relates to saying, well, what can I do for my community today? Like I had an expression that said, have you hugged the black business today? And that's in an effort to create conscientiousness. And another expression, hashtag think Black Pages first. And so we do that too in an effort to try to help the community and try to take advantage of all of these resources that we have in our own community.
And it's a lot out there. So when you put it together, your website is very user friendly. I do go to your website a lot.
Thank you.
And you do your business mixers. You have the Middle Georgia Black Pages. You have the call to action show. You do it all.
Yeah, and we do some electronic marketing. What we try to do, we try to be in that digital age. It's hard for somebody in the digital age, particularly you understand what I'm saying. But we do recognize, realize, and embrace the importance of digital promotion and advertising and things of that nature. So we got a website. We've also got we do email blasts. We've got over 12,000 emails on a database. We do that. We do social media, and we have to market not only through the Black Pages, but any kind of event or organization or business that wants a combination of both print and digital, then we're capable of doing that.
Now, before we go to our second segment, I want to ask someone who's been in business so long, what short advice would you give to a new entrepreneur on, because it's tough. What
Information.
Okay.
Do the research, do your business plan, and then dedication. It's tough. You got to be committed, and you've got to be dedicated. And then the other thing that's important is relationships. People buy people before they buy products. Some people will pay more to a person, that's friendly and that's attractive and that's magnanimous, and they'll pay more with that person than they would with another person who's not that, but got a cheaper product. Not a better product, but a cheaper product. But they want to deal with people that they feel comfortable with and that they really want to help and do business with. So you got to have personality.
So it's been a joy I cannot believe I've interviewed the interview. Because you interview everybody, so I appreciate this opportunity. And then I want to say this because I want everybody to join in. A call to action.
A call to action.